Athens, went to Delphi to ask advice about his childlessness. Upon his return home, he stopped to see the wise king Theseus in Trojan to ask how he interpreted the answer received from the oracle. Theseus understood the information at once, and instead of enlightening Aegeus, he made him drunk and arranged for him to lie with his daughter, Aethra. Following their night together, Aegeus left his sword and sandals under a heavy stone and told Aethra if she bore a child that was strong enough to move the stone, she would send him to Athens. Aegeus then went on his way, unaware that in the same night the sea god Poseidon had laid with her also. Time passed, and Aethra gave birth to a son and named him Theseus. By the age of 16, he demonstrated a strong and clever personality great in the future. His grandfather Pythias led him to believe that his father was Poseidon. But when Aethra showed Theseus the boulder and he acquired his father's tokens, his mother and grandfather agreed to let him go to Athens. They tried to persuade him to take the short journey across the Saronic Gulf, but Theseus, being the bull that he was, insisted on taking the long, treacherous journey that led across the Isthmus of Corinth, because it was known to be inhabited by savage outlaws, and he wanted to make a name for himself. The first obstacle he encountered was a man named Corntes, who carried a club and enjoyed cracking it over the skulls of passersby. Theseus was no match for the clubman, but due to his cleverness, he gained control of his weapon and quickly killed him. He then took the club as a trophy. And on his way. Okay, his next encounter was a robber named Pidioplamptes, who killed travelers by helping them bend a pine tree to the ground and then releasing it so the victim would be launched into the air and fall to their death. His next choice would be to tie the person's legs to a bent pine and their arms to another, only to be released and torn apart. Theseus overcame him and let him suffer the same death he had put on to so many others. Following several other victories, such as Saron, a robber who made his victims walking at the top of a cliff and then pushing them off to their death. Next, King Saron, who made passersby wrestle with him and afterwards tried to kill them. And finally, Damascus, a generous man who would offer a bed for travelers to sleep in, but if they were too long, he would cut off their parts that did not fit, and if they were too short, he would stretch their limbs to fit the bed perfectly. To all of these criminals, Theseus returned the torture that they had dealt to others. Next, he made his way to the Acropolis, where Aegeus' palace stood. He was greatly welcomed and known as the man who had cleared the notorious Isthmus Road of outlaws. His father invited him to a banquet that night, not knowing that they were related. Later, he noticed the sword at Aegeus' side and instantly recognized him as his son. After a short reunited period, Athens was attacked by Minos, king of Crete, and the Athenians fled. Minos demanded that 7 youths and 7 girls be sent to Crete every 9 years as food for the Minotaur. Theseus volunteered himself as one of the 14 people. But he told him that if he were to return alive, the ship's black sails would be changed to white or scarlet upon his return to let his father know. Theseus sailed to Crete, and upon his arrival, Minos' daughter, Adriane, fell instantly in love with him. She went to Daedalus, the creator of the labyrinth, and he agreed to give her the plans of the maze. With that asset and a ball of string from her, he tied one end to the entrance and made his way to the Minotaur. With great ease, he killed him by beating it with his fist. And then followed the string path he had made to his freedom from the labyrinth. Due to the excitement of returning home, Theseus forgot to change the sails from black to white, and his poor father Aegeus was standing watching the sea from a cliff, and saw the black-sailed ship approaching. Certain that this was to his throne was dead, he leapt to his own death. The end.